Hi everyone, my name is Mandy Mundy. It's nice to meet you all. I look forward to working with some people I've had the opportunity to work with in other classes, and I look forward to meeting new people also. This is the fourth class that I'm taking in nonprofit leadership, and I think it's a really perfect time for this class for us as our 25-year executive director just had her very last day on Friday. She retired. It was a long process leading up to that with the search committee, and we did hire another executive director who begins on Monday. So I think this is a great time for me to think about our board and how they interact with our executive director and governance. Just a little bit about me. I've been with my agency for 19 years now, almost 20, which to me is amazing. And people always say, I can't believe you've been there that long. I feel like in some ways it's been just, time flying by. I really love the work that I do and find it to be important and worthwhile work. I'm a mom of two. I have a 7-year-old daughter named Julia and a 5-year-old who will be 6 on Tuesday, year-old named Matthew. We live in Bucks County. I'm really involved in my children's activities and sports and school, and in addition to working full-time and taking graduate classes, I'm a busy person, but I know that we all are. So it's nice to be in class together with other busy people. So to introduce my organization, I have selected the organization that I work for, which is the Network of Victim Assistance. The acronym we go by is NOVA. The NOVA, as I said earlier, a few minutes ago, I have been there for 19 years. This September will be 20 years I've been with the organization, and I'm the Director of Education and Training, so I oversee all of our education prevention-based programs in the schools, in the community, for youth, for colleges, for parents, for teachers, and I am also responsible directly for our professional development and training. The mission of NOVA is to support, counsel, and empower victims of sexual assault and other serious crimes, and to eliminate violence in society through prevention, education, community programs, and advocacy. Our NOVA's main business office is in Jamison, as I said, in Bucks County. We also have 2 satellite offices, one in Perkasie and one in Fairless Hills, and we serve the entire Bucks County community. The organization was founded in 1974, so we are 41 years old now, almost 42 really. We have a $3.2 million budget. We have 50 part-time and full-time employees combined. We also have 15 board members. And so as I said earlier, our executive director had been there for 25 years, and our brand new executive director hasn't even started yet, so she will be there on Monday. So again, I think that it's a really great time to be talking about governance and board. So as far as I see now, what's my assessment of how the board is doing their job and the relationship between the board and the executive director? So I'll speak about our former executive director, whose name is Barbara Clark. I feel like our board is competent. We definitely have, out of the 15, some more dedicated, involved board members than others. I feel as though my assessment is that the board education is minimal when they come onto the board. I think the nominating committee, the governance committee does the basic introductions, but then there has been sort of lots of back and forth about how best to train board members about NOVA services. So one area I feel the board could probably be stronger in is getting to know more about the services that NOVA provides on a little bit more of an intimate level to be better ambassadors for NOVA. And the relationship between the board and the executive director is one that I've really learned about over the years. The board is the executive director's boss, and while at times I feel like the executive director should guide the board a little bit more in decision making, our executive director has really taken the tone to allow the board to make those decisions, such as far as strategic planning and some financial decisions moving forward. So the relationship between them is good. It was a trusting one, I believe. I think that our executive director had more trust with some board members than others, specifically some of our longer term board members or board members who were on and then went off because of term limits and then came back on again. So because there's history and relationships there. I do feel, even though the board could know a little bit more about NOVA, that they are great ambassadors for the work that we do. And that they understand their role to not get directly involved in day-to-day programming, and that their role is to look more at strategic planning, bigger issues such as do we build a new thrift shop, which is something we're undertaking now. So that's a little bit of an assessment of how I see the board and the executive director. So as I said, I look forward to working with everyone and see you in class.